Hello, I'm Zoe and welcome back to my channel, Zoe's All Booked. If you're new here, welcome to the shit show. Today, I'm going to be doing a very exciting video. I've done it once before, but it's been several years, so I feel like it's time to update this. We're going to be going through every single one of my unread books on my TBR. Basically, this is going to be a mini bookshelf tour, and it might get a little bit long. So I would suggest you get some comfy clothes on, grab a snack, grab a drink, and get settled in. If you saw the last video that I put up, my October TBR, you'll know that I'm doing a rest of the year long project where I'm trying to get this physical TBR down from 207 books to 150. And if I don't by December 31st, I have to start unhauling a book a day until I get down to 150. So I'm a little nervous about that, but my October TBR is massive. So I think I might be able to do it. So here's the thing. Like I said, there's 207 of those fuckers. I am not going to be telling you what each one is about. I'm going to give you a very quick rundown of the title, the author's name, and my excitement levels on a scale of I could not care less if I read this book in the next 50 years to if I don't start reading this in 5 minutes, I will spontaneously combust. I have quite a few that are out of order because my darling middle son Noah decided to do some rearranging the other day on some of my TBR shelves and some of my, what's next, historical fiction. So there's kind of some books everywhere. So we're gonna start with the ones that I still have not put away on my desk for my October TBR. Oh, these are so out of order. Jesus Christ, what a dummy. What a dummy. We're gonna start with these ones that are closest to me. I'm doing so great. Also, it's like 9:30 at night. The kids are asleep. Kurt's still at work. I am in very, very comfy clothes. My favorite Silverstein sweater and my PJs. We are in comfort city right now. So let's get right into this. So the first two are Jade War and Jade Legacy by Fonda Lee. Because these are on my October TBR, excitement levels, spontaneous combustion if I don't read them first. Except I have to read this one first because my excitement levels are even higher. Fires of Vengeance by Evan Winter. I'm so excited. These are very much out of order. What the fuck was I doing? Oh, I moved them out of Noah's way. Oh, this is not gonna be graceful. Woo! You bitches over there. Yes. Okay. Oh, we're doing it. 26 Animorphs books. They are not the complete series. I'm missing 10, 15 of them. I don't know. But I am not gonna go through every single one of these because
who's got the time?
I have between numbers 11 and 49 and there's 57 total. Excitement levels, very, very high. Go watch the TBR. And I think that's it for what's around here. So I'm gonna do some shuffling. And we are gonna go along the wall because I have the rest of my TBR along the ledge that runs along the length of the room and then on a shelf over there. I really need to reorganize these fucking books, but we're not gonna do that today. So we're starting over here in the corner, and this is on autofocus right now. I apologize if it goes in and out of focus. I hate autofocus, but I'm gonna be moving a lot, and this camera does not want to cooperate with me. So we're fucking doing autofocus. Also, I have a whole bunch of baby stuff here. You're seeing this library the way that it is naturally. It is in its natural habitat right now, full of random shit. You see a tiny corner of the library during videos. It does not look like that. Over here. We are starting with Children of Virtue and Vengeance by Tomi Adeyemi. I cannot speak at all. Pretty damn excited for this one, especially since the third one was just announced. And then There Goes the Neighborhood by Jade Adia. Pretty excited. This is hurting my back so much. A Conspiracy of Faith by UC Adler Olsen? Jussie? I truly do not know. Could not care less if I get to this one in the next 50 years. Daughters of Enri by Renny K. Amayo. Pretty excited. Don't know why I keep forgetting to put this on TBRs. The Acid Watcher Diet by Jonathan Aviv. We got this because Kurt had some really bad GERD and like acid reflux issues. They are entirely resolved now, so couldn't care less. Rico, what the hell are you doing? Heart of Thorns by Brie Barton. Moderately excited. Who are you by? Blood and Moonlight by Aaron Beatty. No idea what it's about. not super excited, but I like the cover a lot. And then I got 3 books in the Serafina series. Serafina and the Black Cloak. Serafina, that almost landed on my foot. And the Twisted Staff, and Serafina and the Splintered Heart. Don't even know if those are in order. By Robert Beatty. I don't know if I said that. Future me can figure that the fuck out. Kind of excited about those ones, because I read the first one. I don't know why I put that on my TBR. Again, I read that a while ago. And then the Bibliophile, news from the Bibliomance. This is like a newsletter from a local bookstore. And I actually am pretty excited to get into this. I should have done it months ago, but I just want to see what it's like and what the local book scene here in Windsor, Essex County is like. But I'm excited to help that grow and expand. Why did I not put these back? Oh, what a silly Billy. An Indiscreet Princess by Georgie Blalock. I've tried starting this a few times and it just hasn't stuck. I'm curious about it, but not that curious. Why is there so much space? Oh, the Animorphs books were there. That's why. Oh, those are by K.A. Applegate. I don't even know if I said that. And then Things That Should Stay Buried by Casey L. Bond. I gotta say, this cover, the font here, I can never figure out what the fuck it says. Is it just a me thing? Probably. Don't even remember what it's about. This could wait a couple years. And I would not be upset. Into the Sublime by Katie A. Borman. This is gonna wait until after the spooky season is done because I am a unique breed and I am a little fucking bitch. So I don't like to read spooky stuff around Halloween or any spooky times of the year. Halloween, because I am extra scared and I will not sleep for 3 weeks and I'm already on limited sleep, so I can't be fucking around like that. And then we've got Taken and Frozen by Erin Bowman. It's gonna be a while before I get to these ones. The Darkest Minds by Alex Bracken. I have never read the Darkest Minds series. Who is she? Where was she during the dystopian boom of, what, 2014? No, before then. When did this come out? 2012! Not that far off. I was reading a lot of dystopian shit, but not this, apparently. But I'm kind of excited to get into it. Sisterhood Everlasting by Anne Brashares, the sequel to the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Oh, that hurt. On one hand, I'm really excited because I love that series. I've read it so many fucking times, and I want to see the characters as they get older. But on the other hand, I'm terrified that it won't hold up. And it'll be complete shit. Ooh, these two. First King of Shannara and the Wish Song of Shannara. That's a very difficult sound for me to make. By Terry Brooks. I've read the first one. I am actively looking for these at used bookstores. As soon as I get the entire series, I'm binging the fuck out of it. I am so excited. Even though the first one was literally Lord of the Rings fanfic, like pretty much beat for beat the entire story, but I still fucking loved it. Who am I kidding? And then we have Happily Ever Afters by Elise Bryan. We're just gonna ignore the books that fall behind me because if you've ever seen a bookshelf tour of mine, you know it's really fucking common. I don't know. Excited? Not really, kind of. I like the cover. I like the stickers on the laptop. But like, I don't remember what it's about. So I'm not super duper excited. Oh, these. I am torn on these ones. Princess Mia and Princess in Love by Meg Cabot. Listen. The Princess Diaries movies, the 2 of them, I have seen each of them well over 1,000 times. Do I have problems? Yes. Yes, I do. However, the books. I've read the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And Mia in the books is so fucking annoying. Even more so than in the movies. Or the first bit of the first movie, I should say. But in the books, she's so fucking annoying, and not even just like, oh, she's just a teenager. No, it's on another fucking level. It's awful. But I recently listened to the audiobook and Anne Hathaway narrates it, so if she continued the whole series like that, super excited. If she didn't, and I have to just read the physical books or a different narrator narrating it, not at all excited. So that tangent cost me a lot of time in editing. Whatever. Queen of the Conquered by Kaysen Calendar. We're not going to look at that. That's a dead name there. By Kaysen Calendar. Not at all excited. I'm probably going to have to wait until all of my children are grown-ups before I can read this, because I have heard there are some real messed up trigger warnings regarding death and harm towards children, and I cannot read that shit. So, we are going to move this bassinet out of the way. Here we go. Oh, these two. Oh, hi. Paparazzi Princess and There's No Place Like Home, 2 books in the Secrets of My Hollywood Life series by Jen Kalanita. I'm really excited. I really liked the first ones. That's a spider. That's a spider. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my god. We're done. We're done talking about that one. But like, for real though, it might just be nostalgia getting me through those ones. I don't know. And then Uncommon Criminals by Ally Carter, the sequel to High Society. I really like Ally Carter's books. The Gallagher Academy series, fan-fucking-tastic. I reread that, or I try to, at least every year. And I really liked High Society, but I don't know why I haven't gotten around to this one. Oh, these ones. Another series I haven't read, and don't cancel me. Graceling, very shiny. Fire and Bitter Blue by Kristen Cashore. I know there's at least one in the series that I don't have. I'm waiting until I get all of them and then I'm gonna binge it, but I'm very, very excited. I don't even know what is that part of this. I'm just gonna go all of them. What's Draco's toy that I just kicked? I've got Divine by Choice by PC Cast, Elfame's Choice, and Bridget's Quest. Are these all in the same series? I don't know. I was an absolute hoe for House of Night as a child. As a teenager, rather. So I'm kind of excited, but also not thinking about the problems in House of Night series. So I don't know. And then there's Loved by PC Cast and Kristen Cast, part of the spin-off series. Book 1, the first one of the spin-off series of House of Night. Again, excited, but like kind of terrified. And then I've got Kingdom of Copper by S.A. Chakraborty. That name, it's so much fun to say. I loved City of Brass. Haven't gotten around to this one, and I still don't own the third one. Empire of Gold, I think? I don't remember. I want to get that one, and then I want to binge the series. I fucking love City of Brass. The Killing Floor by Lee Child. My mom is obsessed with Lee Child and Jack Reacher, like the whole series. I like the movies, and I probably will just get the rest of the series and binge it all in one go, because that's just kind of what I like to do, if you haven't already noticed. Oh, these ones. Yeah. These are very heavy paperbacks. I don't even understand. Which one's the first one? Does it say? No, I don't even know what order these are in. The Dragon Heir, The Wizard Heir, and The Warrior Heir by Cinda Williams Chima. I've read 3 books in the Seven Realms series by her. Fucking love them. So underrated. If you haven't heard of them, go read them. Please do yourself a favor. I want to get the rest of the series and, surprise, surprise, binge it. And then I've got another one in another series by her also, Flamecaster, which is part of the Shattered Realm series that I think is like a sequel series to the Seven Realms one. Again, I want to finish the Seven Realms one, get all of the books in this one, and binge the fuck out of it. Will combust if I don't get to those very, very soon. And then these two, The Bane Chronicles and Ghosts of the Shadow Market by Cassandra Clare and others. Sarah Reese Brennan, Maureen Johnson, Kelly Link, and Robin Wasserman. And this one is also Reese Brennan and Maureen Johnson. I like the Shadowhunters series because there's 8 million of them now, but like, these can wait. And then I got 3 Harlan Coben books. The Woods, Hold Tight, and 6 Years. I got these from somebody that I used to work with. Him and his wife were just getting rid of a whole bunch of books, and they seemed interesting at the time. Could not tell you what the fuck they're about. Probably going to be sitting there for a bit. And then War of the Wives by Tamar Cohen, possibly Tamar Cohen. I kind of remember this being like a little fucked up, the premise. I'm pretty excited. I should probably get to this soon. Will I? I don't know. How the fuck have I not read this next book? I am the worst. I would like to personally apologize to Alyssa Cole for not getting to this. How to Find a Princess, part of the Runaway Royal series. If you've been around on my channel, if you know me at all, the Reluctant Royal series is kind of an obsession of mine. I am remiss in not reading this whole series yet, so will combust if I don't finish this by the end of the year. Somebody fucking smack me if I don't finish it by the end of the year. And then I have Artemis Fowl, The Lost Colony, which is, I don't know where this falls in the series, if it's a sequel, spin-off, whatever, by Ian Colfer? I always thought it was Eoin, but I'm pretty sure it's Ian. My brother really liked Artemis Fowl as a kid, and I never read them. So, like, kind of excited because his judgment on books, especially fantasy ones, has been pretty on point. So, like, a little bit excited. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. Very excited. Especially because the movie's coming out, I think, in November. And I am planning on doing a reading and watching vlog. I got this when it came out and there was all the hype around it and I meant to read it, like, right when I bought it. But here we are several years later and I didn't do it. Very excited. We'll be reading this in November. The Ruining by Anna Collymore. Couldn't tell you what the fuck it's about. Probably gonna be sitting there for a while. I'm so excited. Okay. The Crow and the Riddle, book 2 and 3 of the Pellinor series. I have been waiting to find the 4th book in these same covers because I have a thing about matching covers, as most bookworms do. Cannot find it. I can only find the other covers and I really don't like them. I like these ones a lot better. When I find that 4th book, I am rereading the first one, binging the rest of them. I am obsessed. I fucking love these. Also, very underrated. Get on it. We're gonna move. We're gonna shuffle this way because now I'm just being silly over here. Woo! Alright. Actually, this is probably a bad idea because down here is a swing for a baby that is very much in my way. Oh my god. Zach's grown out of all of this shit, so we need to put it downstairs in storage. However, the storage is where we are currently attempting to renovate the library. The new library, that is. It's gonna be amazing. Open Season by Ben Crump. Moderately interested in reading this soon. I have shut up. A bunch, you bitch. A bunch of Clive Cussler books. I have such a hard time saying that fucking guy's name. I've got Atlantis Found. I don't even know which numbers in the series these are. They're the Dirk Pitt books. Iceberg, Pacific Vortex, and The Mediterranean Caper. My mom gave me Atlantis Found a while ago, but I didn't realize that it wasn't the first book in the series. I tried to start reading it, realized it's like number 16 or some shit. I think that could be very, very wrong. I can't read a series out of order, especially the first time I read it. So I'm trying to find all of them, and once again, I'm gonna binge. I am pretty excited though. Like, they sound decent. I read The A-List, the first book, as a teenager, and I loved it. And I think I've read a couple of these ones, but I don't remember them, so I put them back on my TBR. I'm missing 2 books in this series. As soon as I find them, I'm gonna binge the shit out of it. We've got Girls on Film. Also, these are all by Zoe Dean, even though she spells her name wrong. She spells it with a Y. I'm still very excited. Blonde Ambition, Tall Cool One, which is not me. I am the short, fucking weird one. Back in Black, that is me. Some Like It Hot. She's an American Beauty. She's an American Psycho. No, this one actually is Beautiful Stranger. American Beauty and Beautiful Stranger. We always love a Fall Out Boy moment. Very excited. A History of Wild Places by Shay Earnshaw. Don't even know what it's about. Came in a Book of the Month box. Probably gonna wait a little bit. Holy shit. The 10th Girl by Sarah Farron. I got this at BookCon 2019. It's now almost the end of 2023. That was in end of May, beginning of June. I should probably get to this soon. Probably won't though. Oh, this one. Holy shit, what am I stepping on? Toys. Master of Furies by Raymond E. Feist. I've read King of Ashes. This is the 3rd one. I need the 2nd one. And then I'm gonna binge it. I really liked King of Ashes. I just have not gotten around to the rest of them. I think this one's called the Firemain Saga, the entire series, but I don't know. The Office BFFs. Can we even see that? It's so shiny. By Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey. This is for fans of The Office, and I've never really watched the show, and I didn't really like the few episodes that I've seen. But I've been told I need to get past the 1st season, which is kind of shit, but that's what I need to do. So I'm gonna binge the show and then read this. Silence by Becca Fitzpatrick. I read the 1st book in this series. What's it called? I don't even know. Fuck me. Hush Hush. Vaguely remember it. Kind of excited for this one, but I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd one. I don't know how many books are in the series. Will not read this until I get the entire series. Bewitching by Alex Flynn. This is the sequel to Beastly, which was part of my 1-star reviews vlog and like 1-star predictions, and I lost so much footage from that. I'm so sad. That was such a good vlog and it will never see the light of day now. I surprisingly didn't hate Beastly, so I'm kind of excited to read this one. Fall of Giants by Ken Follett. very excited. It's just a chonker and I haven't gotten around to it. I've only read Pillars of the Earth by him and loved it. So I'm pretty excited for this. Somebody's Daughter by Ashley C. Ford. Probably gonna be an emotional wreck after reading this. I think if I'm remembering correctly what it's about as like a memoir. So I'm probably gonna wait to read this until I'm emotionally stable, which will be just after the 1st of Never. So I don't know when I'll get to this one. I've got 2 copies of Black Witch. We can't even see that. And 1 copy of The Iron Flower by Laurie Forrest. I remember a lot of controversy about this for seemingly racist depictions in the book and like language, racist language that is. But then I also remember seeing that a lot of Black reviewers that read this said, no, you guys are just insane. It's not as bad. It's not what you're saying. It's like, so I'm curious actually, and I'll probably read that soon just because of that insatiable curiosity. Then I have Envy, a Lux novel by Anna Godberson. I always thought it was Gobertson. I was wrong. Kind of excited. I remember reading the first one and I liked it, but I don't really remember what it's about, and I want to get the full series before I read this. Beautiful Wild, also by Anna Godberson. Again, I don't remember what it's about. It's probably a series. Probably will wait to find the entire series before I read this. The Love of My Childhood Life. Twitches. This is Destiny's Twins, the last book. I am missing, where the fuck are you? Books 8 and 9. I have never finished the series because I could never find the books. My mom wanted to get rid of them, so I hid them in a shoebox in my room in like the back of my closet for years. And then when I finally remembered they were there, I wanted to start reading them again, and I have not found all of the books. I am actively looking for books 8 and 9 so I can finally finish the last 3 books in the series and know how this ends. I am so excited. The second I find them, I am dropping every other book I need to read and reading this fucking series. My god. Also, that's by H.B. Gilmore and Randy Reisfeld. Olga Dies Dreaming by Xochitl Gonzalez. I think I looked up how to say this name for about 5 hours one time. That's a lie. It was not 5 hours, but it felt like 5 hours. It was quite a bit of time. And I totally forget how to say that. And honestly, I'm very tired right now, and I don't know where my phone's at. I'm not gonna look this up right now. The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. I have never read a John Green book, and this will probably be the first one, but it's probably gonna be a long, long while before I get to it. Shadow of Night, by Deborah Harkness, the sequel to A Discovery of Witches. I am waiting to get the 3rd book, and then I'm binging this series so fast. And I know there was like a spin-off sequel kind of book, but like the characters from here are mentioned, but they're not main characters. One for sure, I think the second one came out, and I know there's talks of the 3rd one, but I don't actually fucking know. But I want to find like the actual 3rd book and then binge those 3 at least. I loved A Discovery of Witches. Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. Don't even know what it's about. Probably gonna wait on this one. The Library at Mount Char. I started it. It was really weird. I will probably get to it soon just so I know how it ends, but not a super huge fan of what I read. But like not entirely not a fan, but it was just really weird, and I think I need to like fully immerse myself into this book to enjoy it. Then 3 books in The Iron Druid Chronicle by Kevin Hearn. Hammered, Hexed, and Tricked. Pretty sure there's a book in between Hexed and Tricked. Another one, as soon as I find the entire series, I'm binging them. I loved Hounded. So good. And then another series kind of like that, Revenge of the Dwarves by Marcus Heitz. I read The Dwarves and I really, really liked it. This is a translated fantasy series translated from German. I want to get the rest of the series and binge it. I really liked it. I remember it being like very slow, very dense, but I really like that. If you're into that as well, you'll probably like it. If you are not into that, you will probably hate it. Fiona and Jane by Jean Chen Ho. Don't even know what this is about. I love the colors on the cover, but probably gonna be one of the later ones that I get to. Lullaby and Title by Amanda Hawking. I read Wake. Yes, I read Wake. Don't remember if I liked it. Don't really remember what it's about. I'm pretty sure there is another book after Title. If that's the case, I'm gonna wait to get that and then binge this. If not, I might get to it someday soon. I don't know. Recreated by Colleen Huck. Hook Hawk Hawk Hawk, the sequel to Reawakened, which I was pleasantly surprised by. But I don't remember if that was just me having no taste. But I want to get the entire series and then binge this. Tiger's Destiny, another one by the same author. I read the first one, Tiger's Curse. Yes, Curse. And also like that one. So I'm going to binge the whole series once I get it. Let's move you again. Beep, 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 beep. This is not graceful, as per usual. Uh-oh. Fiber optic Christmas tree. Let's move you down here. Lisa Jackson. I am not in frame at all. Lisa Jackson, you don't want to know. I don't know what this book is about. And do I want to know? Probably not. Very, very shiny. We'll get to it one day. Sparrow by Mary Cecilia Jackson. I don't even know what the actual cover for this thing looks like. This literally just looks like a title page for a paper that I would hand in for university way back in the day. I don't remember what it's about. I don't know what the cover looks like. I am truly, truly unenthused about getting to this one. And then The Handbook for Cool Moms by Alexandra Jassim and Nikita Stanley. They are the rebel mamas on social media. I think it's awesome. I got about halfway through this and then I just never ended up finishing it. I don't know why, but I really, really enjoyed what I was reading. Need to get to that soon. The Obelisk Gate by N.K. Jemisin. The first time I read the 5th season, I hated it. The second time I read it, I was so obsessed because it finally fucking made sense. First time I read it, that book was way smarter than me, and it took me finishing the whole thing to actually get it. As soon as I get the third book, The Stone Sky, I think, I'm binging the fuck out of this. I loved it. This one also, The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. I read Truly Devious and loved it. Just need to get the rest of the series, and I'm gonna binge it. Same thing, again, with these ones. This is why my fucking TBR is so long, because I have so many unfinished series that I just want to binge. I read the first 2 books, yes, in this series, The Iron Fae, yeah, by Julie Kagawa. I don't even know what order these are in. The Iron Queen, The Iron Knight, The Iron Legends, and The Lost Prince, but I feel like The Lost Prince is part of a spin-off. Really like the first 2. The first one is a retelling of a Shakespeare play. Midsummer Night's Dream? Yeah, I feel like there's something about a Midsummer Night's Dream in there. I don't know, but I really like the first 2. Just need to find the rest of these books and finish it. Inferno by Julie Kagawa, the sequel to Talon, a book about dragons. Very, very interested in finishing the series. Just need to find the rest of the books. Lying Out Loud by Cody Keplinger, a companion to the Duff. I had the Duff, I gave it to someone, I don't remember who, never got it back, so I need to find the Duff again, and then reread that, read this. Pretty excited because I really like the book. The movie was complete fucking garbage, but the book was great. Origin by Jessica Khoury. Don't know what it's about. Kind of interested based on the cover. Not super high on my priority list. Along with Vitro by Jessica Khoury. I'm pretty sure those are both the first books in separate sequels. Not looking super hard to find the rest of the books, but once I find them, I'll read them. What is my bun doing right now? Oh my god. Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King. I've never read a Stephen King book. See, before when I said I am a super, super bitch. But I've heard that this isn't like scary, so probably one day soon, because I'm very interested. And I will probably vlog, that was very difficult for me to say, probably vlog my first experience reading Stephen King. And then we have Lifelike by Jay Kristoff. Pretty excited about this because I read the Nevernight Chronicle. I think that's the name of the series, and I fucking love those books. They're so good. But I am very, very nervous that I won't like other things that he writes. It's one of those, like, it was so good, can it be replicated? I'm a little nervous, but I'm curious. The Good Girl by Mary Kubica. That is a very creepy cover. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's freaked me out. I'm kind of curious about it, but probably, like, not a super high priority. Okay, so you come over here. I Found You by Lisa Jewell. I'll probably get to this when I get into, like, another thriller mood. Currently not in that. I am 100% in the mood for fantasy right now. Daring Time by Beth Carey. Another one that my mom recommended. She said she loved it. I will get to it. But it's, like, time travel, but, like, not really time travel. Yeah, there's 2 timelines overlapping, possibly like a ghost situation. I don't even know. But I'm curious, but not really. Oh shit, Noah's awake. We'll reconvene. I'm back, and my bun is just as ridiculous as it was before. Zach and Noah woke up at the same time. I've read 2 other series by Christina Lauren and a bunch of standalones. Loved them. However, this one doesn't feel like it's the same kind of super smutty vibe. I'm nervous. I don't know if I'm gonna love this one. So I'm probably gonna wait a little bit. And then Hood by Stephen R. Lawhead. It's a Robin Hood retelling. I'm very excited. I just want to get the whole series and binge it. Same thing with Taliesin, also by Stephen R. Lawhead. It's a King Arthur retelling. I want to get all of the books that are listed here on the cover and binge them. The Guardians of Eastgate by Sherry LeClaire. I'm not at all excited to read this one. I read an edition of this and it felt like it was an outline of a draft, not a complete one. The author reached out to me and said that she did a lot of edits. This is the updated version. Would I like a copy? And I meant to read it right then, but then life got in the way. And now looking back, I'm very, very nervous about reading this. The Defiant by Leslie Livingston. I'm pretty sure there's one more book in the series. I read the first one, The Valiant. I really liked it. Just want to get the last book and read this. Pretty excited about it. Wonderful Feels Like This by Sarah Lovestam. This is going to be sitting there probably for another few years. Let's be honest with ourselves. Red Seas Under Red Skies and The Republic of Thieves by Scott Lynch. I absolutely loved The Lies of Locke Lamora. I'm just waiting to hear if the next book is ever going to come out. So, when it does, I will be getting that and binging this series. A Wild Winter Swan by Gregory Maguire. I've gotten, I think, 3/4 of the way through this. It was so slow, so boring. I was listening to the audiobook and it was only a couple hours long, but it felt like it took a fucking century, which is very upsetting because Wicked is one of my favorite books. Disappointed. We'll probably try to get to it soon just because it's a quick audiobook that I can get out of the way, but am I looking forward to it? No, but I'll do it anyways. Sins of Empire by Brian McClellan. I accidentally picked this up thinking that it was one of the books in the Powder Mage series, also by Brian McClellan. This is so difficult for me to say. Brian McClellan. Holy shit, this whole book has been killing me because the covers are very similar. Turns out it's the first book in another series. I want to get the rest of the books and binge this. I'm really excited because of how much I loved the Powder Mage one. What was it called? Promise of Blood. Really liked it, so I am excited. I think I've got more of these ones over there. Spirit Bound and Last Sacrifice by Rochelle Mead. 2 books in the Vampire Academy series. Want to get the whole series and then I will binge it. I read a couple of them as a teenager and I really liked them. I'm curious to see if it'll still hold up. That is the end of them over here. I'm going to bring you around over there to where the rest of them are. Super far away. Eventually I will put the rest of the TBR on this bookshelf down here, but I just haven't done that yet. I'll do it one day, but today is not that day. And here we are in the corner, the last ones. I've got a bunch of books all over the place over here, mostly because Noah, but also because I just haven't put things back where they're supposed to go. So, we are going to start with more Rochelle Mead. Now, these ones are part of the Bloodline series. I've got Indigo Spell, The Golden Lily, The Fiery Heart. These fonts are awful. And Silver Shadows. I'm missing one of them, I think. There might be one more. I don't know. But I read Bloodlines. I'm going to figure out if I have all of them. If I do, I'll read them probably soon. If not, I'm going to wait and then read them. Wait till I get the last one, that is. Lord of the Flyfest by Goldie Moldavsky. Again, pretty sure this one's kind of spooky. I will be waiting until the Christmas season, probably. Sisters of the Snake by Sabrina and Sasha Nanua. I remember hearing about this at a Frenzy Presents event, and I just haven't gotten around to it for whatever reason, but I'm pretty excited about this one. It sounded really good. Broken Things by Lauren Oliver. This has been on my TBR, like monthly TBR, probably 15 fucking times, and I just haven't gotten around to it. One day. Will combust if I do not read Painted Devils by Margaret Owen. I don't know why I didn't put this on my October TBR, but it is 100% going on my November TBR. I read the first one in August, and I fucking loved it. I need to read this right away. I just realized I never gave this back to a friend, and then she moved to London, so whoops. Miscarriage Moms by Christy Parisi. Will probably read this one day, probably when I'm done having kids, and I know for sure that I'm done having kids because this is going to be an emotional wreck, because if you're new on my channel or if you didn't know, I've had 2 miscarriages and this is going to emotionally ruin me. These ones, I'm so excited. I think there's one more book, and then the 5th book, I think it is coming out in November, so I really want to read this very, very soon. Aragon, Eldest, and Brislinger. I couldn't fucking tell you how to say that. I've never read Aragon. I fucking love dragons so much, and I've never read Aragon. What is wrong with me? Oh my god, I remember seeing the movie, and I think I liked it. I don't know. What the fuck is this? Book 3 of The Remnant Chronicles, The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. I remember reading something by Mary E. Pearson and really liking it, so I am definitely very excited for this one. And then also, maybe it's the first book in the Remnant Chronicles. I don't know. Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. Again, pretty excited. Just haven't gotten around to it. Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. I've read Geekerella, I think it is, by Ashley Poston, and I really liked it, but this is sci-fi, and I'm not a huge fan of sci-fi, so I'm a little about it, but I'll get to it soon. Kurt just jumped in the shower. That's what that sound was. Ruination by Anthony Reynolds. I've been just trying to find the audiobook for this, but as soon as I have enough credits to read something else, or it comes to one of my local libraries, I'm going to be reading this because it's a League of Legends inspired novel. I don't play League of Legends, but my brother always has, and he really likes it. So I really want to get to this. Will I ever start playing it? Probably not, because I'm not really a gamer or anything. I don't know why these two are just here. Amber and Dusk by Lyra Celine. Oh, these were from my August TBR. And The Astonishing Color of After by Emily Exarpan. The Astonishing Color of After is going to emotionally wreck me. I'm going to wait probably a while. And Amber and Dusk, I'm kind of interested in, but it's probably going to wait a while too. Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds. I'm pretty sure this involves the love interest dying and then time travel. That's also going to ruin me because I have very bad death anxiety, so that's going to wait. Rebel Spring by Morgan Rose. I'm pretty sure I read the first, Falling Kingdoms. I read the first one and I really, really liked it. I just want to get the rest of the series and I will binge this. Very excited for it. The German Wife by Kelly Rimmer. I haven't really been in a super huge historical fiction kind of mood, but as soon as I am very interested in getting to this one. The House of Hades by Rick Riordan. Also, I just don't want to carry all these at once. Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, The Trials of Apollo, and this is The Dark Prophecy, Book 2 of The Trials of Apollo, and Book 1, The Hidden Oracle by Rick Riordan. As you may know, I did not love Percy Jackson. If you didn't know that about me, surprise, again, don't cancel me. I didn't love it, but I've heard that the other series are better. So, kind of excited, but nervous. 8 million fucking Nora Roberts books. I finally read some of them, and they were not as good as I was expecting for somebody who's written 200 fucking books. Maybe it's just not for me, but I'm gonna try some of the other ones and we'll see. We've got Key of Light, Key of Knowledge, and I don't have the other Key book. When I get it, I'll binge the trilogy. Morgan's Cross. I don't have any of the other ones in this trilogy. River's End. Couldn't tell you what it's about. Not super interested. I've already read the Pretty Little Liars books. Noah, what the hell? My freaking battery died and I only let it charge for 3 seconds. We're gonna speed through this. How I don't have a second battery already after almost 6 years, I don't know. The Witness by Nora Roberts. Tribute, also by Nora Roberts. Stars of Fortune, also by Nora Roberts. And Dance Upon the Air, once again, by Nora Roberts. We'll get to them one day. The Stars Undying by Emery Robin. Kind of excited, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of sci-fi-ish, if not fully sci-fi, which lowers the excitement level. The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I will read this when the last book is ever fucking announced, so probably never. Dark and Shallow Lies by Ginny Myers Sane. I feel like spooky, so I will probably wait, but I'm curious. I keep meaning to put this on my TBR and read it, but then I just never get around to it because something else comes up. Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. Never read a Brandon Sanderson book. Should I start with this one? Should I start with something else? I don't know. I'll get to it one day. State of Sorrow by Melinda Salisbury. This has been on my TBR for a very fucking long time because I'm pretty sure this is from Fairy Loot and I haven't gotten a Fairy Loot box in years. I'll get to it one day. Probably not soon. Onward by Howard Schultz. I got this when I worked at Starbucks because we were going to read it for a book club I was running at Starbucks, but then I went on mat leave and never did this. Truly don't care. We'll probably get to it one day just because I have it. The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. Very interested in reading this. I don't know why I haven't done it yet. I love Tolkien. A lot of Pretty Little Liars books that I've already read. What the fuck are these doing over here? This Time It Will Be Different by Misa Segura. Truly No idea what the fuck this is about. This will probably sit there for a little bit longer. Salt to the Sea by Rudis Apetis. Again, no idea. Really don't care. I've got more important things to read. Beholder by Ryan LaSala. This came today. Big Honcho Media and I Read YA sent this to me, so thank you so much to both of them for sending this to me. This comes out October 3rd. I will not get to it before then, but I am very, very excited to read this one. The Light Between Worlds and A Treason of Thorns by Laura E. Weymouth. Pretty excited about both of these ones. I know this one is like a Narnia-esque story, but I'm pretty sure they both deal with some pretty heavy topics, so we'll get to them one day. All This Bending Down has my bra fucking slipping off. Oh my god. The Witchwood Crown by Tad Williams. Very, very excited. I want to get the rest of the series because I know they've come out over the last couple of years and binge this. I loved the original series, Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn. Really, really need to get to this. I'm very much looking forward to it. A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. Again, if I'm in the mood for like a thriller, I will read this. I just saw somebody recommending it on Bookstagram, so it's like shot up higher on the list, but not super high on my list of priorities right now. Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson. No idea. Again, love the colors on the cover. This is very, very low on my priority list. New World Rising by Jennifer Wilson. I feel like this is dystopian. I will probably read this after I read The Darkest Minds. If I'm like in a dystopian kind of world, if that's actually what it's about. If it's not dystopian, then what the fuck am I talking about? Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. I feel like, is this historical fiction? Is this something about Vikings? Or am I just completely losing my mind? I don't know. Part Vikings, yeah. Interested. Not super, super, super interested, but like not interested. The Gossip Girl prequel, It Had to Be You by Cicely von Ziegler. I don't know why I didn't read this when I read the entire Gossip Girl series. Just a fucking dumb decision by me once again. Will read this soon because I am curious, but I fucking hated the way the book series ended. Complete trash. A stack over here that I just have not put away yet. Threads That Bind by Kika Hatzopoulou. Very, very interested because this is a Greek author doing a Greek myth retelling. I love it. I have to support my people. On Writing and Failure by Stephen March. I went to the book launch for this. That happened here in Windsor. I got maybe halfway into it. I'm curious. Chaos and Flame by Tessa Gratton and Justina Ireland. I've started this book, I think, 4 times, and I have not gotten into it. I just remember thinking, I think the one character's name is like Darling or something ridiculous. And I was like, I can't even fucking deal. It died again and it cut me off. Oh my god. I don't remember what I was saying, but I'll get to this eventually. Darling's stupid. The Maid by Nita Prose. I remember this having a really interesting premise. I will get to it soon. I just keep fucking forgetting that it's there. The Frozen Crown by Greta Kelly. I remember really like the premise of this too. I just fucking haven't gotten around to it. What a dumb bitch. Very excited for this one. The Jasad Air by Sarah Hashem. I was very, very excited for this one. It was like very high priority. Didn't get to it for my June TBR, I think it was. But then I was starting to see reviews that it didn't live up to how good the synopsis sounded and just the hype was overdone. So now I'm worried. Shigiri and the Brass Head of Obalufon. I am actually really excited about this one. I love the premise. I just keep, again, forgetting. It was in a stack of books that I forgot was in the corner of the library. I'm going to get to this one in November, for sure. Snow and Poison by Melissa De La Cruz. A Snow White retelling. I read Cinder and Glass, and it was pretty good. I feel like I will probably be going through a retelling phase again, where I just need to read all of the retellings. It happens at least once a year. I'm very excited for this one. I think that is all of them. Nope. Natural Born Angel by Scott Spear. I read the first one. It was okay. I think there's more books in the series. I'm gonna wait on this one. I'm gonna see if I have more, or if there are more. I'll read it one day. I think that's it, unless Noah put some somewhere. But I think that's the last one. I've read all of you. I've read you. I've read you. We did it. We did it. Dun, 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 dun. We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray, something Spanish. It's 11:30.
Do you know where your children are?
I'm going to wrap this up, and then kids are asleep. Kurt's home from work. We're going to take an edible and watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, because why the fuck not? Let me know down below in the comments if you also have a ridiculously long TBR. If you have a TBR more than 207 books, Godspeed. If you have a TBR of like less than 50, how? Teach us your ways. Drop the tutorial in the comments. Although I think that happens with some sort of self-control. We don't know her in this house. Or if that's just too much or you don't have a lot of time, drop some hearts down below, preferably purple ones because that's my favorite color. As always, to stay updated with my current reads and how I'm feeling about them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, TikTok, and Storygraph, all at Zoe's All Booked, which I will leave linked down below in the description box. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share the video so everyone else can join in on the madness, the chaos, the shit show. With that, we have come to the very end of the video. I hope you all have a wonderful day and get at least a little bit of uninterrupted reading time. I love you awesome nerds, and I will see you in the next one.